the podcast because I'm going to annoy Judd straight away because he told me not to say cummies, so I'm going to say it again.
Great.
Nice, that's how we're going to start. I can't avoid it now. Too late, I said it. In today's podcast, get ready for some fucking weird-ass shit, okay? There's some weird shit going on, right?
Good.
Are you got any weird shit, Judd?
No, I think I've been having a pretty sort of... Well, I've had a time. I've been having a time.
Judd's been having it rough. Everyone tweet at Tweets Badly and say, "Shut up, Judd." That'll cheer him up.
Okay. Yeah, that'll cheer me up.
Listen, right. I like to start the podcast off with a Top Gear style. Coming up in today's episode, I like to start it with that, and often I over-exaggerate it like Mr. Clarkson might do from back in the day. But I promise I'm not over-exaggerating this one. Are you ready? Here we go.
Go on, do it.
Coming up in today's podcast, I got cursed by voodoo. We talk about the best booze. Someone took a picture of my bat, and I don't like pillows. That's actually what we're talking about. I don't know. Maybe if we get to it. Did I almost have a threesome? Maybe.
Whoa!
This is all actually real. I don't know if we'll get to all of it, but if we don't get into this podcast, we'll get into it in other podcasts. That's why you should follow us on Spotify, follow us on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Twitter, Tweets Badly. All of the other, Podcast Badly on Spotify and YouTube, Streams Badly on YouTube, Streams Badly on Twitch, Tweets Badly on Twitter. You'll find us. You know how to do this shit. You're not a fucking baby. Are you a baby? Listener? You a baby?
Sometimes I'd like to be a baby again.
If you're a baby, tweet at Tweets Badly. Wait a minute. How baby gone tweet?
They can.
Well,
they can.
Donald Trump managed it, am I right?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Political.
Jesus Christ.
Speaking of Jesus Christ, Judd, I had to pray for my life because something really fucking weird happened recently.
Yeah.
I stay up late. I don't sleep particularly well. I'm sending you a video, by the way, to react to when I'm ready. I don't know how long it'll take.
On the kite book.
On Facebook, yeah.
Okay.
And I go to bed very late. My girlfriend goes to bed at about 11 p.m. I go to bed at probably 2 a.m. is a normal time, but it could be anywhere from 1 till sometimes 3 a.m. I just struggle to sleep. Normally, anytime after midnight, I'm like, she's definitely gonna have gone to bed. She's out cold.
Yep.
I'm getting no messages now. It's normally quite peaceful, actually. But my girlfriend sent me a message at 2:15 a.m. right the other day, saying there's a crazed man chanting outside because she had the window open, so she wasn't too warm in bed.
Okay.
And she's fucking right. React to this video,
hold on.
Right? I'm gonna play.
Okay.
I'll put it on. I'm not gonna put the video on stream, and it's a little bit hard to hear, so I'm gonna go quiet for a bit and listen to this fucking weirdo chanting. Okay. Right. I'm gonna start it now. Ready? Listen.
Okay. I can't hear anything. Oh.
Could you hear that?
I can hear that now. Yeah, my thing wasn't turned up.
You have to turn your volume up a bit because it should be full volume for the listeners. You might have to go back and turn your volume up again to hear it. But basically, my recreation of it is there's some dude, and by the way, next to my house, it's like just a field. Like there's no houses there. It wasn't someone in the back garden. It's someone in the middle of a fucking field going and he was shouting it like it was quite far away. You know how big that field is next to my house, don't you, Judd? It was the other side of this field, and we can fucking hear this dude this is in the middle of the night just shouting, and that's what it sounded like. And I was leant out of the window trying to video in it, hoping that I'd be able to like either see him or get like the audio or something, and hopefully you could hear it. But I was just shocked. I thought that my girlfriend were just like, I don't know, it's kind of slightly exaggerating, you know? Like, kind of saying, oh, there's someone chanting outside, and they might have just been, like, drunk, coming home, and, like, singing a fucking... football song or something like.
Chanting could be like, like, ole,
ole, something like that. I thought it was just some hoodlum. No, the fucking voodoo. Honestly, he's like, I was thinking, what the fuck do we do here? Like, I leant out the window trying to fucking film this guy, and she's like, don't let him see you. I don't think he knows where he is. I don't think he knows he exists. Like, what do I do about that? What's your reaction to that? What would you do?
Honestly, at that point, I'm like, look, okay, this guy's obviously crazed, but as long as I can hear where he is, like, I can hear he's at the other side of that field. What's scary is if he suddenly stops making noise, because then you don't know where he is. So
he kind of he stopped for a little bit, and I'm like, I think he's done. And then he started up again. But he was slightly closer. And I was like, oh shit, this is content. And then he kind of started walking away, and he was still chanting. I could still fucking hear him. But it faded away, so we couldn't hear it anymore. And at that point, I was like, I'm going to sit in here for 20 minutes or so to check he doesn't come back and get any closer. But I think we're done with this.
Yeah.
We filed a non-emergency police report. Because it's like, I don't think we were really in any danger, to be honest. I think it was just a really fucking weird guy. But it's like, it's very antisocial behaviour to be like about at like nearly 3 a.m. Really loud, like he was shouting, like really loud, fucking voodoo speaking in tongues, as in, it woke her up. Like, it woke someone up at, like, 2 a.m., so anyone shouting that loud and waking people up is kind of antisocial behaviour at that time, but we filed a non-emergency one because we think we were fine, and we know they're not really going to do anything, and I think it might have been relatively harmless, but who's going to do that? Who's not, like, on drugs or some shit, And we don't want someone being that off the face, ever, really. So that's what we did. I don't know. Would you go out and talk to the fella? Because I know what you're like.
No. You see, the thing is, you're saying antisocial behaviour. I think that's very social behaviour. He clearly wants to talk to someone. He's clearly got shit to say.
He wants to talk to the fucking devil.
We might not be able to understand what he's saying, but clearly he's got shit he needs to talk about. So I don't know. Maybe I just go up to him and I just like, all right, man, tell me just what's going on.
Listen, dude. What's going on here? Do you need someone to join in with this?
I'd like, dude, just tell me, just sound off on me, just use me as a sounding board, it's fine. And then he'd stand there going, what? And I wouldn't understand a goddamn word of it. But at the end of it, I'd go, do you get off your chest down? And he'd go, yeah, I'm all right, yeah.
I like to imagine you go out there and you're like, what are we doing, chanting? And just join in. Like, you just start like a chant party or some shit.
What are we doing, blood magic?
I got a little blood magic up here. God, I'm trying to think. It reminds me of something on a Simpsons episode or something. If anyone knows what episode I'm referring to, let me know.
Yeah, no, I do, yeah.
There is one, isn't there, where Homer starts doing it? I don't know what it is.
It's not Homer. It's not Homer. It's some. Oh God, what the fuck? What Simpsons episode is that for? It's like, what?
I think it's one of the Treehouse of Horrors. I remember my family had one Simpsons DVD when I was a kid, and it was Treehouse of Horrors something, probably like 11.
Yeah.
Treehouse of Horrors. 11.
We had a few
because there's loads of them, isn't there?
Yeah.
But I would recognize it if I saw what episodes were from it. It was the Treehouse of Horror that had Whitesnake as a guest star.
Whitesnake?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Of Horror. Whitesnake. Which one was that one? 9. It was Treehouse of Horror 9, apparently. Oh, wait. Or maybe it was 13. I don't know. Anyway, so that was the chanting guy. I just fucking, Sup, Stiggy Man's in chat. You've missed out on the chanting. I'll play
Oh,
it one more
Jesus,
time
sorry.
for people. I'll play the chant one more time. I had a weird crazed man outside my house at nearly 3 a.m. chanting weird voodoo spell, and this is what it sounded like.
Yeah. It's a real man. There's a real man outside his home. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I could, as long as I can hear him, I think I'd be
Oh,
all
yeah.
right. Because as soon as he stops making noise, I feel like he's just making a beeline straight for my house. Like
Yeah.
that'd freak me out if he suddenly stopped making noise.
Well, I've got another weird thing that happened around me that I will get to later. Where we've got another one, which is I want your opinion on this. I don't know whether like I should post this on like Am I the Asshole Reddit or something like that. But I'll we'll get into it later. First, I wanted to do a little ranking of like our favorite alcohols in each category. I thought this would be an interesting to talk about. So I'm talking our favorite beer, our favorite cider, our favorite cocktail, our favorite whiskey, our favorite wine, stuff like that. Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you want to start with? Because there's beer, cocktail, cider, vodka, rum, whiskey, wine, or maybe mead and seltzer. If we've tried enough of them.
It's completely up to you. You're the booze guy.
Sticky Man's like, have you made sure the chant hasn't given you testicular torsion or some shit? Well, the chant hasn't. My massive testicles have though. That's not even a joke. All three of them.
He could have cursed your bloodline or something.
Could have.
You don't. Yeah.
No, it can't really get any more cursed at this point.
Yeah.
Let's start off with the big boy. Let's start off with our favorite beer.
Right. Okay.
You know what your favorite beer is? Yeah. Tell us about your favorite beer. It's just a fun chance to talk about his favorite stuff.
I'd probably say Moretti.
That's what I've got in my head for your favorite. Beer. I'll be showing these on screen for the video version, which you can get on Twitch and YouTube, by the way.
I don't even think I could really tell you why, particularly as well, because it's not like, I don't know, I'm not like sitting there drinking beer for the taste. So
yeah,
I think just because it's got an Irish guy on it and he seems to have been does it not?
No, it's Italian.
Oh, I've got this completely mixed up with something else. Then fuck.
No, that is the one you like. So remember you telling me before that that's your favorite beer, but it's not an Irish guy. He's Italian.
What?
That's why it's called Moretti. Birra Moretti.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
What do you think? Then. Irish speak like that?
Look, Irish, Italian, they both helped the Nazis in World War II.
Oh my God, there's a really lewd picture that I'm not sure I can actually put on YouTube of like this woman in lingerie next to a Moretti. When you search for it on Google. But Moretti's good. I think you're not so much of like an ale type beer guy. Are you? You like kind of what I think proper beer drinkers would call piss beer. The kind of lighter, more refreshing stuff.
Yeah. I love piss.
I think that's fair enough. Stiggy Man says, for taste, Hancock. For just drinking in general, a good Stella. Stella? Are you fucking kidding me? Stella is famously the worst beer. Stella Artois is fucking horrid. There's not many beers Stella's that I actually actively dislike. Like there's beers that I don't like so much, but at least mainstream ones. But Stella, fuck that. What's Hancock like? Hancock. Well, it's Will Smith.
It was
with him. Hancock beer. Oh no! There's a picture of Matt Hancock drinking a beer. That's not what I wanted to see. I've never heard of this one. Hancock beer. What type of beer is it? It looks kind of dark. Or is it? No? I don't know. It looks interesting. Maybe I'll have to give that one a try. I think your choice, Jud's a pretty decent one. I like Moretti for a lager, for a kind of more mainstream lager thing. Yeah. I think Moretti's pretty damn good. It'd be one of my favourite ones. If I had to pick out of mainstream lagers, I like San Miguel a lot as well. That one's pretty good. I would potentially say Moretti is my favourite mainstream lager as well. Although, on a nice warm day, a nice cold Corona that's not been exposed to the sun too much, with a lime in it, you can't beat that too much either. Those are pretty good.
I'll have a Foster's, to be honest, as well. I like Foster's.
I quite like Foster's too.
Yeah.
We've also had a suggestion of Grimbergen Double Amber. This sounds like a German beer. This, oh my god, it's got a fucking phoenix on the front of it. It looks German. German beers are normally pretty good. Yeah. They're nice and sweet.
Amstel's nice.
Amstel's pretty decent for a lager. But let's get into the real shit, though, really. Let's be honest, the stuff I like. Because I'm a proper beer drinker. I drink proper beer stuff. But so my favourite beer is Acorn Barnsley Gold. But I'm biased because I'm from Barnsley. Technically, I don't live there anymore. Barnsley Gold, absolutely delicious. It's just nostalgic. I love it. But Blue Moon is pretty freaking good as well. It's something that Blue Moon beer. Here we are. It's something that you can get more regularly. Do you like Blue Moon?
Not really.
Too early for you, or too orangey?
Yeah,
or...
it's both. Both. I don't want oranges or ale.
That sounds like you're scared of flavour. That sounds like that's what the problem is there.
Yeah.
What other beers do I like? The package has arrived. Judd, why don't you tell us now about your favourite ciders while I get this package?
My favourite ciders. I gotta say, Bulmers is up there. I like a good Bulmers. A Copperberg. What else have we got? What was the fucking thing I had? Was it Snakebite? I gotta fucking do some typing. Snakebite cider. Is that what it was?
Oh, it's on the door.
Okay.
Did you say dark fruits?
No, I didn't say dark fruits. I was looking at snake bites.
Snake bites? What the hell is snake bites?
It's like a mixture of beer and cider.
Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gross.
What do you think of that?
It looks weird as well. It's like
it does. It looks
black
funky.
and yellow. Oh god,
Yeah.
We'll have to try one of these at some point. Well,
Yeah.
I will. I don't know as you can anymore. Yeah.
No, I actually can't for a few months. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you. No, I wasn't talking about. Judd's on some different medication. I'm guessing it means you can't drink. But
Yeah.
I'm just meant because your belly's fucked. I just meant that.
No, my belly's fine. I gotta be honest with you. My belly's been great.
Oh,
that's the least.
Sweet, we're back in business.
Yeah.
Okay, quick, get over here. Let's start drinking.
Well, no, because I'm on these.
Fuck! Oh dear. Well, cider-wise, then, what's your favourite cider? What did you say?
I said probably like Copperberg and Bulmers. I like Bulmers.
Yeah, they're pretty standard. That's the type of stuff you get on tap in most pubs, isn't it?
Yeah.
Steeman says Mokai elderflower. Mokai? What the flipping fuck is that? Is that even a cider if it's made with elderflower? The taste of elderflower. I've never heard of this, but
the essence of elderflower.
I think it's Scandinavian. It looks pretty good. I mean, I like elderflower. Do you like elderflower?
What the fuck is an elderflower?
Have you never had like elderflower? Something. Oh, what is it? Because there's dandelion and burdock, and there's something in elderflower, isn't there?
I don't like dandelion and burdock, so if it tastes anything like that, then no.
Oh, right. Well, that looks pretty good. My favourite cider is actually Scandinavian as well. I think it's Swedish. It's Alska cider. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. I've had them in some cans. I'm not a big cider guy though. Have you got any ciders that you actively think are bad?
I can't think of anything right now. I've definitely had something before and thought it was dog shit, but I couldn't tell you what it was.
Elderflower does sound like something from Skyrim.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, it sounds like it's a fucking, like, something you'd use in an enchantment table or some shit.
It does. You probably do, actually. I wouldn't be surprised if you actually do. I have to say, ciders, I don't know, you used to drink a lot of dark fruits, didn't you, when you were on your Sesh Gremlin days?
Yeah.
What happened to that? What happened there?
I just stopped. Just like one day, I just stopped drinking it. I think it was probably just after one too many nights out having it.
One day you woke up and like, man, I need to grow up.
Yeah, I was just like, I can't be fucked with this anymore. I really did, to be honest. I sort of, in college, I sort of like went really hard at sort of like going to nightclubs and stuff and doing, you know, irreparable things. Irreparable's the word, I guess.
Sure.
And you know, I did that for like hard for like a good few. And by hard, I mean literally. I've probably told this story before on the podcast, but back when I was in level 2.5 at college, which 2.5 was an extra year, had to do if you were a fucking moron and you hadn't passed your English and maths yet. So it was like a mixed sort of media course that all of the rejects went to. So that this is obviously where, like, you know, I met Tom and everybody, because, you know, we were all fucking morons. And what we had to do is we had this media project where we had to do like a 20-minute video thing. It could be anything. It could be like any genre. But we fucking did a documentary about vaping because vaping was like, it was that time. Yeah. Like it had just started to become a thing.
It was where like vape shops were opening up, loads of them, and like things like that. And you'd get vape bars specifically, wouldn't you? Yeah,
and that's where we went to do a lot of the filming. There used to be a vape bar in Barnsley called the Vaping Goose, and it used to be our favourite place ever. And it's gone now, but what we used to do is basically we finished all of this sort of few months worth of work. We finished it in a week. Like, we finished all recording and stuff in a week. So what we used to do is we used to show up to college and go, Lee, who that was his tutor, we'd be like, Lee, we got to do some filming on location. We got to be out for the whole day. And he'd just go, he'd just go, whatever. He weren't bothering, just go, yeah, fine, whatever. And we'd go to the Vaping Goose. We were on location. We'd just sit there and drink from 10 in the morning until like 8 at night when we'd go home. And then we'd go back to college the next day again.
Oh my God.
It was great.
Yeah, it is. Did you pass?
Yeah, I got a fucking distinction.
Well, it all worked out in the end, at least. Yeah. Well, what's that got to do with what you did? Oh wait, so this is from Hollis Strongbow, wasn't it?
Booze. Yeah.
Fair enough. So I think we've come to. So I think beer. Then we're going with like your favourites, Moretti. Yeah. I'm gonna say my favourite is either Barnsley Gold or there's a brewery called Deya, Deya, I think it is. There's a beer called Magazine Cover, and they do another one called Super Glue. Both those are really good honourable mentions, but I'm going to go with Barnsley Gold, and also an honourable mention of Blue Moon. Many honourable mentions. Favourite cider? Come to a conclusion. What is it? What's your favourite?
Bulmers, I think.
Bulmers, just regular Bulmers. Fair enough.
Yeah.
You're a pretty standard guy. You know, when you order pizza, it's a cheese pizza. You know, like when you order chips, plain
margarita
chips.
Pizza. Yeah.
Go to Taco Bell, just chicken in a wrap, please.
Yep. When I believe in a god, it's a Christian god. When I believe in marriage, it's a straight.
Oh God, that's a joke.
It's also not true.
Yeah. Anyway, and my favorite cider, I'm going to go with Alska cider. What do you want to do next, Judd? What's your favourite? Let's do a wacky one. What's your favourite flavour of mead? You ever had any different flavours of mead?
I have. See, now I think I did like that orange mead.
Orange mead? I don't think I've had that.
Yeah. Well, I went to a place in York a while ago with some friends, because they have a Viking bar in York, and
Yeah.
we had tried a load of different meads there.
I've actually
And I
never
think
been there yet.
It's really nice, actually. Yeah, I remember. I think I remember liking the orange one the most. So
Fair enough.
I did-
I could see how that'd be quite good though, because normally like citrusy stuff can be a bit too sharp and too tangy, and mead's
Yeah.
obviously very sweet because it's a lot of honey. So
Yeah.
I can see that being pretty good. Yeah, Stiggy Man agrees as well in chat. So it's yeah, I should try that then. Maybe I will get some for midsummer. Which
Cool.
is I'm starting to plan ahead for summer. Normally I get myself a bottle of mead for summer, and so far, because I really like the flavour of this in general, my favourite mead I think is rhubarb mead.
Yeah.
I don't know as it's a particularly Scandinavian type mead or particular traditional one, but I think it's probably fairly English, because we get I don't know any other country that uses rhubarb much. Do you?
I think the French use it in some stuff.
Oh,
Maybe.
no. I've gone
Yeah.
off it now.
Yeah, us and the French. That's like neither of our countries are particularly good at cooking.
Well, the French are actually really famous for cooking. Their food's
No.
famously supposed to be good, but it's
Yeah.
just not. It's the most
No,
overhyped
it's
food
not.
there is.
It's not though, is it? Is it? Because like the French, the thing is though, the French are known for the cooking, but it's not. They're not known for good cooking. Like it's like
No, they
snails.
are. They are.
shit.
They're,
It's
but
like-
they're known
it's like-
for having like really good Michelin star chefs and like being really passionate about it. But,
yeah, and you
I don't
know what? They're goddamn rats living in
Yeah, exactly.
ginger people's hats. Fuck them.
I like to like pretend that I hate the French just as like a meme. It just feels like, you know, like some natural rivalry. You know, the
Yeah.
French should do it to us too, 'cause it's funny.
Yeah.
You know, they should be like, ugh, stinky English. You know,
I hate the English.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know, rhubarb mead, I would say is my favorite. What we
I always-
thinking?
I always find it interesting, like watching videos, by the way, on like how countries view other countries, like really
Yeah.
how the people view other countries, because you actually find that like it's sort of like in Asian sort of countries, like an Asian in sort of like Chinese and Japanese, they seem to think that we're really polite.
Yeah.
For some reason, they seem to. They're like whenever they're asked, they're like, "Oh yeah, Westerners. They're all really polite." Which I don't think we are.
I don't know it's
at
necessarily
all.
Westerners, but like maybe English, because I think the idea
No,
they've got of
no,
us is
no,
top
no,
hat
no.
monocles
Well,
and drinking.
Yeah, no, I know, but I think the video I watched was the guy was like, "Oh, what do you think of like the Western man?" And when I think of the Western man, I either think of like. If I was to think of the most stereotypical Western man, I'd think
Slightly
of an
fat.
American. It'd be an American, maybe sort of suburban dad-esque sort of thing. But I don't know. I wouldn't call him polite or anything.
Basically, Homer.
I think.
Is what we're saying.
I think he'd get in an argument with me at fucking Walmart. Like I think if his fat ass couldn't fit down the fucking aisle, I think he'd have a go. I wouldn't call us
Mall
polite,
hooligan.
but.
Could
Yeah.
very much be, depending what country they're from.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
don't
Yeah.
know. Why don't we hit us with your favourite wine, Judd?
I think probably. I think if I like red, if I'm having a red, it's probably Merlot.
Yeah.
And there was another wine I really liked. There's the sort of like jammy red. That's always
Jammy
pretty
red?
good. Yeah, that's
Jammy?
pretty good. Yeah, jammy red.
Let me Google this
Yeah.
shit. Jammy red wine.
Yeah.
Oh, Barefoot. Is that a brand that would do it? Jammy?
Yeah, I think Barefoot do it. But there's a
Or
kangaroo
Yellowtail
one.
Jammy
There's
red roux?
Yeah, that's the one.
Wow.
That's the one.
I didn't think it. I thought you'd got that slightly wrong somehow.
Yeah,
but
you,
no,
you
okay.
thought that had some sort of schizophrenic episode, and I was just.
I thought you probably meant something that you were close to. I thought you meant something that
No,
sounded a bit like
fucking-
Jammy. No, I didn't think there was actually a a type of red wine called jammy. It's
Yeah,
jammy
yeah.
Dodger. I should probably try this because I'm really not a wine drinker, but if I have to have some, I do prefer red because normally red's less like dry and kind of bitter. It's normally a bit sweeter and things like that, and I prefer sweeter wines because it almost masks the wine taste more, and I don't really like wine, so
yeah. You can get whites that taste all right, but more often than not, I think they're tasting more like vinegar.
Yeah, I think a sweet red is best for me, which is annoying because that's like, I think that's seen as like a child's wine. You know what I mean? It's like not a proper wine. It's like, you know, if I know someone who drinks beer, but all they like to drink is Budweiser. It's like, come on. Get a fucking hobgoblin down your neck and then come back to me. And I think that's what it's kind of like with wine. If you only like sweet red and not like a dry white wine, then you're like a little wine bitch.
I do actually really like Hobgoblin, by the way, but I can only ever seem to find Hobgoblin Gold.
Yeah, because it's more easily drinkable for people. The original Hobgoblin's like a bitter. It's like a bitter ale, and it's nice. I like it. But Hobgoblin Gold's more of it's a golden ale, and it tends to be more easy drinking. And it's, again, same sort of thing I'm talking about with wine. I feel like, Hobgoblin is more like a dry white, and Hobgoblin Gold's more like a red, like when it comes to how easy it is for people to drink them. So, I don't know, wine kind of sucks. Last time I had some wine was on Valentine's Day because I won some at work. We won 2 bottles of, like, fancy, expensive wine. So I thought, well, this is what people do on Valentine's Day, I guess. So we just cracked them open. Why don't we go to cocktails? Cocktails. Why don't we go to that?
So, because whenever I have cocktails, it's usually stuff that's in... Oh, no, hold on. Zombie.
Just the one with the most fucking alcohol possible. Do you like Zombie and perhaps a Long Island iced tea, both of which are basically just alcohol?
I've never actually tried a Long Island iced tea.
I don't think you'd like it that much. I think it's basically a bunch of clear spirits topped up with just enough Coke to make it look the same color as tea.
Okay. I don't know. Why would I like that?
Because it's got like gin and stuff in it, and I don't like gin at all. I should put gin on here, I suppose, as one of them. But I've just gone on most popular cocktails just to see what of these we think. Margarita.
I didn't realize we were talking about pizza.
Margarita. I hardly know her. Leave it in the comments whose joke was better. You laughed at mine. I don't know. I like a margarita. I had an authentic Bolivian or something like that. Margarita or Cuban or some shit. I can't remember. I was in Jersey, old Jersey, not New Jersey.
I was in Cuba.
I was in Cuba. No, I was in Jersey, the island near France. It's not even near England. This was a bit too French for my liking. But no, I was there, and this like guy from South America was like, "Listen, you two," because I was just in this bar with a girl I was seeing at the time, and the guy who owned it, or the bartender, I think he was drunk himself. He just kind of came over to us and went, "Listen," slaps his hand on the table. "I'm gonna fucking make you a proper drink." I was like, okay.
Nice.
So, and I have to admit, it was absolutely delicious. It was fucking great. These margaritas he made us. We had a strawberry one, which isn't traditional, but margarita's pretty good. Cosmopolitan. I'm not a big fan. I think it's got vodka and stuff in it. I'm not a big fan of vodka cocktails. I like stuff like an old fashioned.
You're not a fan of vodka at all.
No, I'll drink it, but Blue Lagoon is that one? No, it's like Purple Rain they have in. They
have both.
Do they?
They have both. Yeah,
those are pretty good. Normally, Purple Rain and Blue Lagoon are really weak cocktails, though. I think.
Yeah,
I can't get drunk on those.
You see, I really like the Prince song, so I'm more inclined to get a Purple Rain.
And I'm really into old-fashioned things. That's why I like an old-fashioned.
Yeah. Aren't you glad you listened to this fucking podcast? Aren't you guys getting treated with such fucking great content?
It's basically just whiskey that someone's shoved a few things in. You know, it's basically just whiskey.
Just a whiskey.
It's just whiskey, some bitters, which it's not like, I don't know why it's called bitters so much. Like some brown sugar, and then like a tiny bit of water and orange zest and maybe a bit of ice. It's just nice, just kind of enhanced whiskey. Pretty good. Espresso martini. Blech. Hate coffee. Blech. It's horrible. It's just vodka and coffee, I think.
Yeah. I've never been a big coffee fan. I'll have coffee if it's like iced coffee. If it's frappuccino, I fucking love frappuccinos. But anything else, no, I'm not a fan.
The cocktails that come to mind for me as the best kind of standard cocktails are old fashioned and a pina colada. I love rum cocktails.
Could you have like a frappuccino? Alcoholic frappuccino.
Well, an espresso that's kind of. You'd basically have to have an espresso martini topped with cream or something like that, because I think they're cold anyway. I don't think it's a hot drink. I'm not sure. I never get them because I hate coffee.
Yeah.
Here's another suggestion from chat: White Monster with Safari liquor. Tastes like Haribo wine gums. Oh my god, that's like a child's cocktail again. No, I think old-fashioned and pina colada's my go-to, but I do like these cocktail bars. Like there's one in Leeds called Alchemist that do like fancy colour change, you know, like smoke emitting and cool cocktails like that. I love all the theatrics like that. Yeah, so I'm gonna say old-fashioned and pina colada as my favourite ones, because pina colada on a warm day, oh my god, it's so nice. What's your go-to cocktails, Injured?
Zombie, I gotta just fucking drink just as much as possible. Yeah.
Fine, yeah, that's fair enough.
But that's also for the theatrics as well, because like I mean, it depends what place you go to, because like, you know, if it's some places you're just like, oh, can I have a zombie? And then they just fucking they just throw the shit in the fucking glass and they like
in a glass, and then like put a dash of like fucking mango in it or something.
Yeah. But you go to some places, like I went to a place in Hoyland that did zombie, and the glass was shaped like a fucking like zombie head. They had the sparklers in it. The guy came up to the table, he fucking set it off with like a little mini blowtorch. It's like I want the guy every time I order the drink. I want the guy to be dragged out to my table. I want him dragged out, and I want him to be forced to do that because I'm paying £10 for the drink.
Yeah.
So fuck you. Every time I want the show. Every time.
Do it.
Yeah. Every time. It's part
and
of
it's
the fucking
expensive
payment.
as well. Not only are cocktails really expensive, but zombies normally a particularly expensive one as well.
Yeah. Because I'm literally saying to them, I'm like pointing at like everything at the front of the bar, all of the liquors, and I'm going, all of that, just put it in one drink.
It's like going to Subway and going, everything, please.
Just going out, just put me everything. But also, as you put everything on a sandwich, can you like let off a party horn or something and like, you know, just make it look a bit fucking like that's what it is.
I remember once we went to a Subway with our dad when I was younger. I might have been about 14 or something, and I knew he was paying, and I thought I might try one with everything and just see, because that'll be fun. And I asked for it, like, because I walked into the door first, and I asked them, "Can I have one with everything, please?" And they were like, "You know, that'll cost like over £100 or something." I went, "Oh, never mind." They really like just were like, "Shut up, kid," you know. Which, I guess it's fair enough. I was like, I can't convince my dad to do that. So speaking of cocktails, then, why don't we do our favorite brand of certain spirits, but also what we like to mix with that spirit? So, for example, vodka. That's probably the most popular spirit. It's like the standard one. Do you have a favorite vodka?
I really liked the Sidemen's one.
I agree. I honestly think XIX vodka is like drastically better than any other vodka I've had. I mean, I suppose a runner-up Absolute is a decent
Yeah.
kind of standard one that you might get in more bars.
Yeah.
But like Smirnoff's, it's Smirnoff. It's kind of shitty. But I guess it does the job. That's the standard one, isn't it? I wouldn't pick that. That's like picking a Stella,
Yeah, I'm never gonna say.
Freaking pick a Stella.
I'm never gonna say that. I'm getting a vodka for the taste. So.
Other than maybe the Sidemen one, honestly, when we tried XIX vodka straight, it was like, shit, this is.
Yeah,
kind of nice. I don't know if there's like sugar in it or something like that.
Yeah.
I would like to try Crystal Head vodka.
Crystal Skull.
It's supposed to be pretty, but no, it's Crystal Head.
Oh, is it? I thought it was Crystal Skull.
Crystal Skull is the Indiana Jones movie that has crystal skulls in it.
Oh,
Crystal Head is the vodka that's shaped like crystal skulls. Yeah, it's a little confusing.
Okay,
and also Harrison Ford doesn't promote the one that's Crystal Skulls, but he's in the Crystal Skull movie. And Dan Aykroyd promotes
Dan Aykroyd does, Dan
one that's
Aykroyd,
Crystal Head, and it's shaped like a crystal skull.
Yeah. And he says, I believe in aliens and phantasms.
It's actually supposed to be pretty good. And it's quite expensive. And I would like to try it, but I don't know if it's any good.
Yeah.
What do you think? What's your favourite mixer for vodka?
I like lemonade.
Yeah, lemonade's pretty good. I think vodka and Coke is quite common, isn't it?
I'm not super into vodka and Coke.
That's a screwball, right? Vodka
it's vodka and orange juice is really nice. That might actually be my favourite thing to have with vodka.
I feel like vodka and peach tea would be nice.
I don't even know what peach tea tastes like.
Have
Probably
you never had
peach.
Lipton's peach tea?
Maybe. I feel like if I did, I didn't like it.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect you to like it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think vodka, for me, needs to be mixed with something like almost candy-ish flavoured, I genuinely think XIX vodka and Prime would be nice together. And it's like this is like really promoting KSI shit, but I genuinely think that would be a really nice drink.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm voting for. Now, if you're a long-time listener of this podcast, you'll know that we've got a favourite rum.
We do.
It's undefeated. Bumbu rum is the best rum. I've not tried the Black Edition, which you like the most, haven't you? I've still not tried that.
I think it's the edition, really, the Black Edition.
It's the slightly better one. It's like almost like the barrel strength one or something like that.
Yeah.
But I've tried the standard one, and it's just I can't imagine it being any better. So I don't know how good the black one's going to be, but it's just it just doesn't come close. It just tastes great. There's some other rums I've had that are really good. For example, Old J. That's a good one that's cheaper, and you can get in quite a few. You can sometimes see it at bars and kind of shops and things like that.
Yeah.
And Bumbu's often at shops and things as well. And another shout out for a kind of slightly cheaper one, because Bumbu's not that cheap. Red Leg. That's pretty decent too.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts on rum, Judd?
No, but I tell you what might actually be the best tasting sort of like liquor, spirit. What's the difference between liquor and spirit, by the way? Is there a difference? There isn't one. It's just the same. Okay, all right then. I had like this Napoleon brandy, but it was the bottle was in the shape of a glass like Chinese dragon.
Oh,
Chinese
yeah, I've seen that. You get it
brandy.
at Costco.
Yeah, it's this thing. The bottle is fucking hideous. It looks disgusting. It's delicious. It is the best tasting thing ever. I've sent it on Discord.
Okay, I'm pulling it up. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It looks. I love it. I love a goofy bottle. I really do. But I've not tried it. It's really expensive.
Yeah.
It's pretty good though. Brandy then, as a quick trip down there. By the way, best mixer for rum, pineapple and coconut. It's a pina colada. Then that's the best mixer. But Coke's pretty good too. You can.
I like.
Do you know
Coke.
what? Lemonade's pretty good too. rum mixes so well with all sorts of fruity stuff normally, but Coke's pretty good too. Brandy. We've actually tried quite a bit of brandy because do you remember when I used to go to the weird kind of like Baltic shop near my girlfriend's house? I ended up buying a lot of Armenian brandy. Armenians fucking love their brandy. And
they do.
It's so fucking strong. You will get fucking pissed like crazy on Armenian brandy. And often they come in wacky bottles. Like, I've got some behind me that you might be able to see on the video version if you look hard enough. I got one in a skull, a bit like the Crystal Head vodka, one in an AK-47 bottle, there was one in a Desert Eagle bottle, and then there's one in a bottle that's shaped like a guy riding a motorbike. So they come in the weirdest bottles, and I love it. Armenian brandy, that's the best. Best mixers for brandy? I guess Coke is a pretty good mixer.
Coke's good for it. Lemonade's really good for it. I have brandy and lemonade. Is what I usually have.
Brandy is pretty much like mix and match mixer-wise with whiskey. I think you'd probably mix it with the same sorts of things as you mix with whiskey.
Yeah.
So swiftly moving to whiskey then. What's your favourite whiskey?
I gotta be honest. I probably fucking enjoy whiskey the least.
Really?
Yeah.
More than gin? You prefer gin to whiskey?
No. Sorry, gin. I don't.
Yeah,
I think I hate gin so much that I don't even count it as anything because it's
I'm
like
not even going to get a favorite gin because I hate it so much. Probably Gunpowder Drum Shampoo. I think it's called, one from Ireland. Is my favorite gin if I have to pick one, but I hate it so.
Yeah. No, if I have to pick a whiskey, I'd probably just stick with Jack Daniels.
Yeah, Jack Daniels is pretty good. It's fairly sweet because it's kind of an American bourbon and it's got to appeal to lots of people. I like it. I remember going to Ireland, and I've said this before. I went to Ireland and went to the Jameson distillery, or like, well, it's actually a Jameson museum. It used to be the Jameson distillery, and it fully convinced me that Irish whiskey is the best whiskey. Bourbon's definitely close second. American whiskey's next. Scotch is just, it's too smoky. I don't like the smoke in my drink.
And now Scotch is whiskey that was made by the Scottish, in case you didn't know.
Yeah. And where's Irish whiskey made?
The
Philippines.
Philippines.
Oh, by the way, shout out to the Philippines, Jude. We have to shout out to the Philippines because most of by a third of the people who watch our YouTube channel are from the fucking Philippines.
Why?
More than the UK. More than the UK. More than the US. Third. I think it's because most of our views are from Salt Papi Knockouts. But,
okay, that's fair enough then. Is he Filipino then? I'm not really...
I think so.
Okay, fair enough.
So anyway, but yeah, whiskey-wise, Jameson's a great go-to. I keep a bottle of Jameson in my background. I like Jack Daniels as well. That's pretty good. If you want something really cheap, whiskey-wise, cherry Jim Beam, but Jim Beam's just kind of like shitty Jack Daniels. Fireball. We tasted Fireball recently.
I don't like Fireball. It's just pain. It's just fucking pain.
They have controversy as to whether it's actually even whiskey now. I don't know. It's just, it doesn't do it for me. But I have got a fancy Scotch that I want to try. And we'll see how that is. But I think my go-to at this point is probably Jameson. There's a lot that I want to try. Like, I wouldn't mind trying Conor McGregor's Proper 12 Irish whiskey. But... yeah, I think it's probably going to be Jameson whiskey-wise. Seltzers? You tried many seltzers?
What is seltzer? What is it?
Vodka soda water, basically, in a can.
Okay.
It's like spiked water made fizzy. Normally spiked with vodka, I believe. So, have you even tried any then?
No, I've never tried it.
I've tried quite a few because my girlfriend got on a bit of a kick of them once, and they're supposed to be healthier for you as well. The famous one's White Claw. you'll have heard of White Claw before.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I have to say, out of the ones I've tried, White Claw's my favourite as well. It's kind of like, a lot of them are really like tonic watery. You know, the kind of like, is it called quinine or quinine in tonic water that's kind of...
Yeah.
A lot of them are too much with that flavour. Whereas White Claw's kind of like a bit sweeter. I'm guessing it's probably just got more sugar in it.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna vote for White Claw as my favourite seltzer. There's probably some better ones. But...
You know what? I'll vote for White Claw as well because I have seen the video of Mink stabbing the White Claw and it like fucking nearly blinding her. So
oh god,
I'll get. Have you not seen that video?
No, I don't. I'm fine. Some honourable mentions, right, of some stuff I want to try.
Yeah.
See what you think of these. Hawkstone Lager. This is because Jeremy Clarkson, on the latest season of Clarkson's Farm, made some wheat and it's been turned into beer. They have a session lager and they have a premium lager. They've also got a cider, which I guess I won't mind trying, and they've also got a vodka. And the vodka is same price as Sidemen vodka. So it genuinely might be worth trying some of this next time we do some recording in person. I think it'll be April.
Well, I mean,
is the next time we do that?
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be because I wouldn't be allowed to. So,
oh, wait, how long until you can?
Like, whenever I get off this medication.
Which could be never.
Yes.
Jesus, that's depressing. I'm going to have to drink so much then. Drink double. 15th of April.
That's not that. You're saying that, but really, you've got a big fucking shit-eating smirk on your face. Like, yes, I'll just tell Jasmine that I have to drink this much for the both of us. Jasmine, you don't understand. It's a matter of mental health. Goddamn.
I've got to. There's no. So some other ones I want to try. Dos Hombres Mezcal, because that's the Breaking Bad fellas that have promoted that. Nixter corn liqueur, because it's made with corn, 100% corn, into a spirit, and it's shaped like corn. So that seems fun. I want to try Firefly Moonshine. There's a few different types. There's Firefly Lightning Moonshine, which is a standard one, but there's an apple pie flavour, and there's a cherry flavour. They both sound nice. Brewmeister's Snake Venom World's Strongest Beer. How much percent is this? Where is it? What percent is it? I think it's like 55% beer, which is ridiculous. Oh no, it's 67.5% beer.
Oh no, great, even better.
Of course, it's Scottish as well. Do you remember when we tried Skull Super, the one that has like the eagle on it, and it was like 9%? It just like sent us crazy on the 100 podcast special.
Yeah.
Oh god. Baileys. Do you like Baileys?
I think I have to be in a certain mood for Baileys.
It's normally a Christmas time drink.
Yes. The mood I'm in is I'm in some soft pajamas, maybe my nightgown, and I'm snuggling up with a blanket watching something. That's the mood I have to be in for Baileys.
Oh god, it's so nice. The problem with Baileys for me is it don't get me drunk. So I'd have to go through like 3 bottles of it to be like merry while...
And at some point, I also feel like it can get a bit sickly.
Oh yeah, really sickly.
So
it's almost more like just like having a milkshake that's like... It's like an adult milkshake, you know?
Yeah.
Some different flavours of that then that I want to try. I've tried the salted caramel one before, which I've got on my list to try, but there's orange truffle and apple pie. There's two flavours of Baileys. They could be real good. Got some meads. There's the cream liqueur, basically Baileys, Bumbu, which could be interesting to try. Some different Jamesons I want to try. There's a Jameson where they've aged the whiskey, but then they finished it in an IPA barrel. So it's kind of got
you told me about that.
Yeah. There's a triple distilled 18-year-old one, and then there's like the black label one as well. They could be fun. That all sounds like a lot of booze. I'm actually genuinely not drinking that much lately because I signed up to that fucking obstacle course thing, 12-kilometer obstacle course. So I have to try and be healthy enough for that. But there you go. Those are our favourite boozers. It's filled up a lot of a podcast, but trust me, I'd said that I'd tell you about some more weird people. So I'm gonna. Do you remember, Judd, that I got security cameras installed? And they
I do remember.
If someone comes near my house and things like that.
You can shoot them. You can shoot them with your sniper rifle from the sniper tower you have in your garden.
Yeah. As soon as I got those and demonstrated how they worked to my girlfriend, it dinged, and we were both in the house. I'm like, what? And just this child had just fucking turned up on my drive. And it's because we've got this ornament of a bat hanging from one of our trees.
Yeah.
And the little fucker just came up to this bat, like just walked right on our drive, right on our garden, looking at this bat. And I went out and went, oi! Basically said, oi, fuck off! Don't go on my drive! What are you doing? And he said, I just wanted to look at that thing. And I went, it's not me, is it? That's fucking weird. Because
it's weird, yeah. It's like, why are you walking on my property to look at an ornament, you fucking little freak? You said to me, I remember you telling me about this kid, and then afterwards you went, oh, do you think that were too much? Do you think I was too much? And I said, Jake, if he would have walked on my fucking drive, I would have said, if you walk on my drive, I'll string you up next to the fucking bat, you little bastard. Don't just walk on my drive to fucking...
In that case, then, Judd,
what's happened?
Are you going to say that to the fully grown fucking woman that did the exact same thing? She walked up to it and took a picture of it. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Get off my property and stop taking pictures of my land, you weirdo.
Yeah, I would say that to her.
I was out getting food, and I got this ding, and it shows you who's on your drive. Like, who the fuck's that?
Yeah.
So I opened it up, opened up the live feed, and I can speak through the camera. And I opened it and said, I can see you on my drive. What are you doing?
Yeah.
And she said, I was taking a picture of that bat, as if I'm in the wrong. And I said, stay off my property. And she said something else. I couldn't tell what she said. I'll send you the video of her. And there's like these kids behind her as well, like these kids who were with her. If you listen to the audio, it's all just like, because it picks up audio weirdly when you're speaking through it. But I'm thinking, that's multiple people who live around here that's thought it's acceptable to just trespass on someone's property and then take a picture as well. That's fucking weird.
See, the thing, people would get fucking hurt if they did that on mine, because I'd walk out and just fucking punch them. I'd just lay them out. And then, like, what are they going to do? They're on my fucking property. I'm just going to fucking
You're literally trespassing. You can't do that, although actually technically it's still illegal to assault someone even if they're trespassing.
I don't give a fuck. I'm still doing it.
But, I don't know. I just thought it was ridiculous. And she seemed to be, like, kind of pissed that I'd, like, said to her, what are you doing on my drive, basically?
Yeah.
And I kind of get, the gate was open, and it's a driveway, and it's a gate obviously big enough to get a car in and out. But it's open because I'm out.
There's no excuse. Why are they walking on your property and taking pictures of your property?
I know, it's just nuts. Yeah. I don't get why people are like this, but...
Yeah.
Why am I surprised? Anyway... I think that's that for the podcast for tonight, folks. If you do watch this podcast live at twitch.tv/streamsbadly, or even on YouTube, because it goes live to both of those, kind of still debating as to whether we might want to do some streaming to Kick. I don't know. We'll see. If you're at one of those, there's extra stuff. There's like after podcast show and all sorts. So if you only listen to the audio only version, you may want to follow us there and catch it live, because you get extra stuff happening. So, bye. That's it. That's the end of the podcast.
That's it. There you go.
Okay, bye.